Redistricting and a special session are the hot topics at the Indiana State House right now.
Lawmakers spent the day there ahead of the next legislative session, and so did our Emily Longnecker.
Emily, could we still see lawmakers vote on redistricting?
Well, Ann and Felicia, certainly if Governor Mike Braun has anything to say about it, and Republican House Speaker Todd Huston also saying today that House Republicans still support redistricting and are ready to vote on it. In fact, he told his members to keep the first 2 weeks of December open to do that. And just a few minutes ago, we got this calendar from the House, which shows the first 2 weeks blocked off for potential special session there in those first 2 weeks of December. Remember, it was both the House and Senate who had announced a while ago that lawmakers were blocking off the first 2 weeks of December to take up redistricting. And then, of course, that all changed last week when Senate President Pro Tem Rod Bray said his caucus did not have the votes to support redistricting and would not be taking it up. The vote in the Senate today supporting that position. Senators voted today 29-19 to not come back into session into this building until January 5th. And Senator Bray said that that was an indication that the votes still were not there to support redistricting. He said that Senate Republicans, his caucus, they support Republicans retaining control of the U.S. House in the 2026 midterms, but he said they just didn't think redistricting was the way to do that. Take a listen.
A number of members of our caucus, at least, I'm included in that number, don't feel like it's the right way to move forward, simply because it's not the right way to get that goal achieved. We would rather take a look at Congressional District 1. It is a district that's been trending red over the last several years. And in fact, we have a senator now in Lake County that there may have been one other Republican senator there in the last 100 years, and now we have that, the Republicans hold that seat. So evidence that it's really trending red. And if we had a candidate that we could all get behind and be supportive of, we think that we could turn that seat.
So if the Senate's vote today is any indication, it would appear that the Senate, that chamber, is not going to take up redistricting. But House Speaker Todd Huston said today, when he was asked, bottom line, is redistricting dead? He said no, that House Republicans stand ready to move on it. Governor Braun also issued a statement after today's vote and said he's exploring all options at his disposal to compel the state Senate to show up and vote. He also said that he would support President Trump's efforts to recruit, endorse, and finance any challengers that want to challenge some of these state senators in primaries, any state senators who do not vote to support what he called fair maps. And as sometimes these things happen, somebody says one thing, someone else issues a statement in response to that. Senator Bray then issued a statement responding to the governor saying, quote, Senate Republicans may have a difference of opinion on a policy matter with the governor, and that happens from time to time, but we are committed to pursuing policies that will make life better for Hoosiers, and we will continue to look for ways to collaborate with the governor. So I think it is safe to say, if reading the tea leaves and looking at what happened today and what the governor is saying, the House Speaker is saying, what that calendar is saying, it looks like that this is not a done issue. Ann, Felicia?
All right, Emily Longnecker joining us live with the very latest from the State House tonight. Also, we want to let you know that there's a lot going on and it's hard to sort out. So we created a special episode of Crossroad Politics for you to do just that. And it's over on our streaming service, WTHR+.
Yeah, and it kind of chronicles the journey it took to get us to this point. Dustin Groves breaking down the redistricting debate between President Trump and state lawmakers. You can catch it streaming in 2 hours at 7 o'clock.